Hey everybody, this is Bob Schwartz at the Home Business Advertiser, and it's my pleasure to introduce a guy named Ben Rusk. Ben is featured on the cover of this month's issue of Home Business Advertiser. This is his ad right there. And I've got some questions here I want to ask Ben. He's a really good guy. He's in the Air Force, and I've got some information here about him and his opportunity. So Ben, welcome to the call, and I just appreciate you being on here with me today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. So let's just jump right in. Like, when did you first decide to become an entrepreneur or realize that you were one?
I've been an entrepreneur since I was very young. I don't know if you remember back in the day when you used to have those magazines, comic books, and then the back of it, you used to want to win one of those prizes. I was 8 years old and I was selling seeds door to door, little seed packets for people's home gardens.
Oh, I love it.
But I really wanted that Estes rocket, and it's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it. So it's been in my blood for a long time.
Now, were your mom and dad entrepreneurs?
No.
Okay. So you were born with that gene or something.
First generation, right?
Very cool. And then your first network marketing company, like, how did you find out about network marketing and about how old were you? How old were you then?
I was 15 when I found my first one, and I actually got into it with my father. Okay. I was working and he said, hey, you want to do this thing? And I'm like, well, what's it going to cost? And he said, we'll both put in $50 and see where it goes. And so we did, and obviously we lost our shirt and it didn't go anywhere, but it was like the concept intrigued me. So, I always kept that in the back of my mind. And, years later, more things came along, and I'll tell you, I must have been in 30 different network marketing companies. Mm-hmm. I always believed in the product. Two things I always believed in: it had to be affordable and it had to do something for the person.
Yes.
It's got to be an honest product. And so, over the years, I've tried different ones, and, some of them worked for me, and I hoped that they'd work for other people, but they didn't. So I just kept looking.
Gotcha. And I just see from our notes from previous conversations, you'd been in Herbalife for some years, Sea Silver. I remember that opportunity. A guy named Brett Rademacher was there. And then, so what were some of your most successful ventures, like looking back? Like, the one thing that I really liked the most back then was what?
Well, I think Big Guppy. Do you recall that one?
I don't. You're going to have to explain that one to me. I didn't want to bring it up.
So Big Guppy was a company that had this concept of creating a video business card. So they got those little tiny CDs, and then they cut them to be in the shape of a business card, so that all you had to do was drop it in your computer and it would play a video, and that would be your business card. So that was the most fun, because selling people on creating a video and then having them be able to give it away at an inexpensive price was just a novelty that I just thought was great. And it was just fun to play with. I mean, the U.S. Army actually bought some of those CDs to use in their recruiting campaign. Oh, so no. It got some big news around our area here anyway.
Very cool. Now, I was grateful to have you. I had a previous advertiser be on the cover for about 3 years. And I remember you saying, hey, if there's ever an opportunity to get on that front cover, I definitely want it, Bob. I've got an opportunity. It just feels right. It looks right. It is right. And I know you've probably got 100 reasons for that. But I reached out to you on pretty much like a moment's notice. And I was like, Ben, would you like to be on the cover? It's really expensive. It's $4,500. And within 2 days, you put together this campaign, and I just thought it was phenomenal. And I love the idea about co-op advertising. Like, could you start right there? Like, when you found out, hey, the cover is available, I know you went into high gear. Like, what was that like? And what was your strategy moving forward with your team?
Well, it was just an incredible opportunity. There was no way I could say no. And I told you that I'm in. I just got to figure it out. And, within a couple of days, I contacted a few people. I said, hey, look, here's what a full page ad runs. Here's what a half page, a quarter page. I said, what are you in for? I says, we can't beat this opportunity to be in this magazine. It gets in front of so many people that we want to talk to, and they're the people that we want to help. I mean, people looking at your magazine are people that are struggling or looking for a home-based business opportunity. They just haven't been given the right product yet.
Mhm.
And so because we know that we have the right product and it's at a great price, and it's like, we want to get in front of as many people as we can and educate them. There's really no sales involved in what we do. It's all education. Once people understand what they can do with our products, they can take it to the next level and really make as much money as they want. I mean, we talk about it being part-time, full-time, or lifetime income. It's whatever you want to make it.
Mhm.
But the bottom line is we've got a fantastic product. We have next to a zero return practice with the people that purchase from us. And credit card companies are just losing their mind at how we can sell so much product on a single afternoon and have no returns within, 30 days. They're like, it's just not unheard of.
Right. And that's interesting. And I talked to my wife, Jennifer, about this, and she looked at the ads, and you have 5 full page ads in there. And I know you're an automation expert, like you've automated the sales funnel process, which is very admirable. Maybe we can talk about how that works, because it does help someone who can just join the business. There's no, what's the right word? Not onboarding process. Is that the right word?
Yeah. So we have systems in place. Some people like different methods of approach, and we have multiples to choose from. Our favorite actually is if you find somebody that has an interest in gold and silver, to just give us a call and put us on a 3-way. We want to teach people that you don't have to be a salesperson. All we need to do is find the people that could benefit from our products, bring them to us, and we will explain what the program has to offer. So we really want people to get to as many people as we can, because we really want to help them protect their wealth.
And I get that. And I believe you 100% from talking to you like over the last few months and getting to know you. You really are about helping other people, and you know that there's value in that. And it actually, it comes back around it. It helps you and you help other people. So when we talk about the product, and I was explaining to Jen, she's like, Bob, so the product is money? And I was like, no, it's actually like better than money. Could you help explain that? Because we're in some really weird times. It's 2021, COVID, people are working from home, nurses, doctors are quitting their jobs because they don't want to be vaccinated. And I know you have like really passionate, strong feelings about what's going on right now in the country. How can gold and why should I be buying gold and silver coins at this point, and then teaching other people how to do the same thing?
The bottom line is, gold and silver is real money. Cash, fiat currency, that's what a printed dollar is. It's a fiat currency. It's worth what the government says it's worth. But up until 1976, that dollar bill had to be backed by gold. It was the gold standard. Mm-hmm. And until we came off the gold standard, they weren't able to just print as many bills as they wanted with no limitations. But that's where we're at today. The printing presses are running day and night to produce as many dollar bills as they need to spend on the programs that they want to implement. But at some point in time, it just makes sense that somebody is going to have to answer for this. And Andrew Jackson said, there's no right for a man to create a debt that they cannot pay off in their lifetime. Wow. And we talk about the debt we're creating today, we're giving to our children and our legacy to pay off. Right. So at some point in time, somebody's going to have to answer for this ridiculous activity that's going on. Right. And what we're talking about today is, at some point, that dollar bill is going to be worth absolutely nothing, and people are going to stop accepting it because they know it's worth nothing. So what do you have to negotiate with when that dollar bill is no longer the currency of the land? Mm-hmm. So real money is gold and silver. And I have done this experiment more than once. I go out into my community and I hold up a silver dollar, a silver eagle, and I say, are you willing to accept this as payment? And they say, absolutely. And you see them start reaching for their wallet, because they're going to take that, they're going to put it in their left pocket, and they're going to pull out a 20 of their right pocket and pay my bill for me.
Right.
right? Because they know what it's worth and they want that for themselves. And so what we're trying to explain to people is we have a program here where we can bring this to you and give you a vehicle to acquire gold and silver at dealer direct pricing and wholesale prices that, rival the market. And should you, it was brought to my attention today that, we need to let people know that, we have a digital wallet that allows you to link it to your bank account. And with as little as $5, $10, $20 a week, you can be investing that in physical gold and silver.
Right.
And if you need to liquidate it, you can sell it right out of that wallet and put that cash right back into your bank. But you're protecting it and you're able to liquidate it at the same time.
Right. And I mean, I sell advertising for a living. I publish a magazine. I'm not a financial expert or anything like that, but I do know 11 months ago in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the price for a gallon of gas was $1.78. Now it's $3.50. So I know my dollar is worth less now than it was. The price of groceries is more expensive, and it's not just me. I mean, gratefully, we do okay. We're upper middle class family, but there's a lot of people that are struggling right now. And like you said, with like the stimulus checks, like where is this money coming from? We're just giving people money, and there's help wanted signs all over. I mean, you can get a job at McDonald's now, for $15 or $20 an hour. And I'm just thinking like, wow, where is all this going? So I guess the question I have kind of loaded in there is this, Ben, is when I used to think about gold and silver, I used to think, you'd call one of those television commercials and they were going to put you on with a salesperson and they're going to hit you up for $5,000 or $10,000 investment. And a lot of people are like, maybe I have $5,000, but I definitely don't want to invest it with a TV guy. So how much does it cost? Like if I was going to start buying some gold and silver to protect my family from inflation, from all these things that are going on in the world right now, what does it cost? Like, how do I get started?
Well, that's where I come in. I help people understand what our program offers. We offer an annual membership. And with that membership, there are many benefits. We call it the benefit wheel because there's like 12 benefits on there right now, and we're working on new benefits every day. But we're probably the first company that focuses on the new, the person getting started to help them get on, to get started and start making money right away. So, with just getting 2 people, enrolled in our programs, you unlock the ability to earn $500 a week. Now, the way that happens is we have an autosaver program that allows people to purchase, 1 collectible ounce of silver a month. And these collectibles are, seeing increases in value within 30 days. Sometimes I actually got a package the other day, a FedEx delivery, and I opened the package and scanned the coin, and it said right there in our stack and sell program, which is our market appraisal program, it said you paid $89 for this coin and it's now worth $149 before I even opened the package.
Wow. I know you told me that story and it blew me away. So you bought something, by the time it was FedEx to you, probably 2 or 3 days later, the FedEx guy is looking at you and what you bought was already worth more than what you paid for it. Yes. That's like banging right there. Man.
And that's the value of collectibles, right? I mean, they can go up depending on who's looking for it. And the more people that get on the program and see the value in it, the more people are going to be trying to acquire these sets or these series of coins, which is what's actually driving up the price, because these are low mintage coins. We will only ever mint 7,777 of any given coin. And some of the coins are minted even lower than that. We have some that are 500, some that are only 99, which makes them even more rare and more collectible. So that's and some of the other benefits on the benefit wheel I mentioned is, we have health insurance. So people that are looking for a home-based business and worried about health insurance, we offer that. We offer the collectibles, we offer the bullion. Our training programs are by far, where the most benefit lies, because we teach people the details about buying bullion and the details about buying collectibles, so that you feel like you're educated when you're looking at something and saying, is it really worth what they say it's worth? And that's kind of the questions that we've answered. Who do you trust? Where do you buy it? Why should I hold it? How do I sell it? And how do I get my money back? And we have steps in place that answer all of those questions. And we don't encourage you to do anything until you're fully comfortable in, the topics that you're investigating, whether it be bullion or numismatic coins, collectibles. So,
all right, so here's a question. So I've never heard of Home Business Advertiser magazine. It shows up in my mailbox, and I look at the front cover and it says gold and silver is real money. It's been around for 5,000 years. Get started today. The first 100 people get a free silver coin. Talks about the AAA rating. And I say, you know what, this looks good. I call you up. I say, Ben, I want to get started in this business. I'm going to start buying a silver coin or a coin every single month. And then now what happens then? You're going to give me a website, so in other words, I've got the value coming in. I'm buying something that I want to buy, whether I recruit anybody or not. But let's say I do want to make $500 a week. What do I do?
So your enrollment already makes you eligible for that process. All you have to do is start sharing with other people. Okay. And as you'll be given your own replicated site where people can go to enroll, and you just send them there. You can send them a link, or you can actually, go online and take their information and enter it for them. And when you enroll people, it starts to unlock the other benefits.
Gotcha.
So
very, very cool.
It is a very simple process. We just always encourage people to educate people before you try to sell something to them.
Now, I understand, and this is just kind of on the fun fact side of like who you are as a person and why I want to work with you on a team. Is it true that you're actually a gold prospector?
It is.
Gold miner.
I have been searching for gold in the wild since 1980. I currently have been a member of 5 clubs in Washington State that actually owns mining claims up in the Cascade mountain range.
Wow.
And we go out and actually pan for gold.
That is awesome.
I have a training site. If anybody's interested, they can get a hold of me. And, I offer education on how to actually do the techniques to recover gold from a stream if it's there.
That is so cool. So this has been in your blood for a long, long time, the silver and gold.
And that's the thing, is it's a passionate area for me to talk about. Yeah. And the fact that it's needed by everybody today just makes it that much more fun to share the information with people.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great. All right. Well, listen, what is that name of the training site that if people did want to find out, just kind of about mining for gold? Whether it's the opportunity or this, what is your website?
So if you're looking for how to pan for gold, it's called CascadeGoldAdventures.com.
Cascade Gold Adventures. And I'll put that down in the comment section of the YouTube video.
Now that's for panning for gold in the wild, right?
Right. Totally.
Totally different than the opportunity here.
Right.
Our opportunity here is Secrets to True Wealth with the number 2.
Yep. And I'm going to put that down in the description too. So it's www.secret2wealth to truewealth.com. So truewealth.com. And I'll put a direct link down in the description if you are interested and you are listening to this. Ben, thank you so much for your time. I'm sure are there some things like leaving thoughts or things you want to tell our listeners and our readers today?
Yes. The main reason I got into this is because when I found this opportunity, it just dawned on me that it was the class that nobody was taught in high school, and that is how to manage your own wealth. The wealthy people in this country have been managing their own wealth for many, many generations. and they understand the value of holding gold and silver. And we just have been so fortunate to live in a generation where we really didn't have to worry about what was going on with our money. But when we started seeing the defined pension plans, defined benefits convert over to defined contributions, and we had to start managing our own retirement fund and relying on Social Security. And now we're at the point in this generation cycle to where those benefits may not be as valuable as we had hoped they would be for us to retire. So putting a plan together to diversify at least some of your wealth into precious metals is just common sense, that it's something that we should all be doing. And to bring a simple vehicle to the public where they don't have to worry about, the technical details of the process. They just know, like, and trust the company that they're working with, because they feel the passion of the people that are working with them. We have a community call every morning at 8 o'clock Pacific, where we talk about, how to help other people. And we all give our wisdom on how we're out there and explaining to people how to help them protect their wealth. Yeah. And that's really, really what we want to do. And we welcome anybody to join us on these calls. Again, reach out. I can give you phone numbers and times when these calls happen. But I don't, it's just, I want to help.
Yeah.
It's just, it's scary to think that we're going to roll into retirement and have to live off of, what the government has provided for us. And not only that, but inflation is going to chew it up faster than it was expected to be, withdrawn.
I agree. And I get that. And I just thank you so much for being on the call. For people that are listening or watching, I just want to throw out like ultimate compliments. Ben's a really good guy. He's a hardworking guy. He's a systems person. He's an automation expert. If you're looking for an opportunity, I would definitely ask you to please reach out to him. I'll put the links to his website here in the description below. But in addition to that, if you do just want to protect your wealth and you're not looking for a business opportunity, consider getting on the monthly subscription for just $1 a month. And again, this isn't, advice. This is just my opinion. To get a hold of Ben, learn more about it, at least educate yourself. It won't cost you anything to find out more. And then there's leads available. If you are interested in doing the business, there's also leads available through advertising and all sorts of systems that he has built in. So Ben, thank you so much. If you can send me the dates and times of those calls, I will go ahead and just put that in the notes in the description on YouTube.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. God bless you.
Take care. Have a good day.